Do you believe that democracy is something that should be protected and upheld at all costs? If so, this video is for you. The problem with having a democracy is that the actions taken by the government would be dictated by 51% of popular opinion among the citizens. This would lead to mob rule essentially, and as history proves, would lead to totalitarianism over and over again, because the lowest common denominator in people will ask the government for more and more services and less freedom. So the reason why we are being convinced that we have a democracy rather than a republic is that multinational corporations that are in cahoots with the corporate federal government can convince a majority of the population that the actions being taken by the government are in response to popular opinion. If they can control popular opinion, they can roll out as much regulation and new laws as they like. If we were in a true republic, the only laws that would be laid down and enforced are those that are strictly within the scope of the constitutional principles laid out prior. Our representatives would be there only to enforce and protect those principles. What we're seeing now is that we've been convinced that we have a democracy, and that means that the representatives that we have just pander to our lowest common denominator and convince us that they are enacting popular opinion. That is why it is so important to the powers behind the scenes in the corporate federal state that you believe that we are in a democracy, and you'll hear them repeat it over and over and over and over again. We are not in a democracy, we are in a republic, and it is very important that everybody understand that.
When Benjamin Franklin exited the Constitutional Convention, he was asked by a woman, "Sir, what have you given us?" His immediate response was, "A republic, ma'am, if you can keep it."
And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.